All right. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into another stream. If you guys are new here, in the morning, we come in, we take a look at into price action, we see what happened, we see what's going on, we see how the Asia session interacted with London session, and then from there we kind of say, okay, this is what price could do going to that New York session. At night, we come back, we review, we see what happened during that price action. Sometimes we stay a little longer on during the stream, depending on the time that we have. And so we review a little bit, go over some trades. We also take a look at some stonks, and we take a look at some crypto. So let's get started on it. Let's take a look at what we had today. If you guys are with me this morning, we said, okay, well, we were pretty close to that previous day low. We had this fair value gap as this 9 a.m. hourly was opening up. So here we saw an initial consolidation, right? We also outlined this 15-minute fair value gap. We said, okay, price here could potentially retrace into here and then continue to the downside. As we opened up, there was a little bit of just this consolidation, price kind of going back and forth, not knowing what it wants to do. We swept this liquidity right at 9:30, kind of continued to the upside, could not displace back below it. Continued to the upside. This is where we said, okay, we're better off waiting on the next hourly, next 4 hour to open up, right? Here's our 10 a.m. hourly open up. As price is tapping into this 15-minute fair value gap, we're hitting about 50% of it. We're also tapping that. What is this? London session open? No, previous day. No, that's not. Whatever. That's not that previous day's 50, but 15-minute fair value gap, hourly fair value gap, 50%. That's the one that we were tapping into, right? Sweeping the previous hourly high, getting that reversal back to the downside. And this is where we take some shorts. We take them. They sweep this Asia session low from here. We're also tapping that weekly open level. So that weekly open level is important, right? Because we said if price can get back above it, we can see a nice continuation. You can see the retest right here. You can see the retest again over here again as well. And then from here, I'm fucking vibing. So over here, you can see multiple rejections, right, as we entered the weekly candle here. Then price was staying below that 1550. We displaced the 1550, retested this weekly open twice, one, and then two, second time today, tap of it, and then reversal back to the upside here. And then reversal back to the upside here, right? A little bit of a consolidation here on the 15 minutes. So realistically, the best move for me and the one that we took was this rejection of this hourly fair value gap, sweep with that previous hourly high, and playing that outside hour, right? For me, that's the highest conviction trade, or at least for what I like to do with how I trade price. Here on the 1 minute, right, we can see also inside the macro, we got a little bit of a retrace. We have our OTE range right there, tapping into about that 618786 level. There we go, right? 618705. The perfect 705 is the best OTE that you can probably get, right? That is like the perfect happy little medium right there. And there's our shorts delivering to the downside right there, right? Nice little 500 tickle trade. So from there, get that reversal, right, bounce, and then continuation to the upside sweep of the Asia session, continuation to the London high, and delivering to some of these outstanding liquidities that we had. Currently, now in the overnight session, we swept the previous daily high and price displaced back below it. Same thing as we did yesterday, right? We swept the previous day high here. We reversed to the downside, swept it again, reversed back to the downside, and then finally got back above, continued. So this is what we're going to play for going into tomorrow. I already traded, we fucked off. But for anyone watching, tomorrow is not going to be a stream. Maybe we'll do one at night with Mr. Haste. But tomorrow, right, what we're going to watch is this previous daily high level. If price can remain back above this previous daily high, a previous weekly high is not that fucking far away. Given that we are through that previous weekly 50%, right, if you guys remember, we outlined this right here, previous day, previous weekly 50 right there, right? So in any candle structure, give it 5 fucking hour, 4 hour. If we sweep either extreme and then displace back above through the 50% of that candle's range, we're going for the opposite side more times than not. Here on the hourly, yes, let's watch this fair value gap, but likely chance we're getting through it and continuing on to that previous weekly high. So watch out for that tomorrow. On the 4 hour, same thing, that fair value gap. That's what I'm going to be watching into tomorrow. So let's see. Let me see. This is a banger of a song. I had to share it. All right, let's continue this on into tomorrow. Right, we said previous daily high sweep, continuation back above. If we get back below it, maybe 50% of the previous daily range, continuation into the downside if we get through it. But previous daily high is going to be that level on the upside, this hourly fair value gap. Crypto-wise, previous weekly low sweep on Bitcoin. Nothing crazy though here. Just want you guys to fucking vibe to this song with me for a second. In terms of stocks, what I'm thinking is Home Depot doesn't look too bad on this weekly as well as this monthly. That will probably be it, honestly. I'm waiting for these quarterly candles to close up and then see what price does from there. Maybe let's review today too. Let's take a look at what we typically look for here, right? Asia session fair value gap. Sweeping these liquidities, cool. We are holding back above them right here. Bodies are holding. We have a fair value gap right there. Bodies are holding. Continuation to the upside here. Target right there. Sweep of that. Going into 9:30, watching for a move to the downside initially and then continuation. So here, going into that day, what we're watching here is the break of this consolidation area, right? Given that price broke above that previous daily high consolidation, we are now coming back, consolidating here above that previous daily high. So consolidation above the PDH for a continuation to the upside here. Oh my god, if I can fucking spell. There we go. Consolidation above previous daily high for a continuation to that upside here. There is that continuation. Solid. All right. Next day, watching what happened here. We don't have an Asia session fair value gap until over here. You could have taken some shorts just based on the fact that previous daily high and new weekly open, right, or new daily open here. Nice little retrace into the night session here. We can see during the midnight or during this green zone where typically we see some setups, we have a rejection of this fair value gap, continuation to the downside into these lows, gives you that 7K. From here, sweep of this liquidity right there. Let's see. Tap into here and then tap into this range in continuation, right? There's our 5 minute. We also have rising VIX as we're coming into here. Hold of the session, hold of the Asia session high right there. All right. No body close below it. Retest it and then continuation to here. That's pretty solid, right? So retest of the FEG. is holding above of the Asia here with no displacement below it. Asian. So here, continuation to the upside there. Asia session here, SFP could have taken play downside there. Inverse fair value gap, a little bit of downside for you there as well. Going into Thursday here, 3 days, right? So consolidation once again, Asia session price holding above the Asia session here. Asia session high, that is. Retest of it at 9:45. New 15-minute candle opened up, sweep of the previous 15-minute low, giving us that continuation back to the upside. And then reversal from here on out, right? There's our hourly closing up over here. We have a fair value gap. Although we don't come back into it, we have this fair value gap right there. And that is somewhere within, that is above the 50%. Probably about, not close enough for a 618. There we go, above 50%, so it is in fair value. Gives continuation to the downside right there. Given the consolidation, manipulation, reversal back to the downside. And that's all I got for you guys today. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow night, probably. Let's review price action, because I'm not going to be here for that New York session open. I might post something, but on that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. You should check out www.paperchairs.io. It's going to be over in that corner for you guys. Click that link. Go check out that website. It's the best way to see what we're all about, things that we offer, anything of that nature. Come hang out with us. Enjoy the community. If you guys are new, give it a like, give it a share. This is the best way to support us. Make sure you go check out Mr. Hayes, that Hayes Beats. 3,000 followers for him. We're going to do a lifetime membership giveaway for the paper traders. 2,000 followers for me. We're going to do a tracksuit reel. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.